Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our live coverage of the A10 Varsity Showcase. On behalf of A10 Varsity Sports, my name is Austin Eckert, and it is great to have you all spend your Saturday evening with us. Whether you're tuning in on the A10Varsity.com or through our YouTube platform, we just want to say thank you once again for spending your Saturday night with us. We're live at Shawnee Mission Northwest High School, where they have hosted a total of 6 games today, and now they get ready to close it out with their 7th and final game of the evening as Shawnee Mission Northwest takes on Springdale High School by way of Arkansas. Should be an exciting one here tonight, and we'll have tip-off and more coming up in 10 minutes right here on A10Varsity.com. Good evening, everyone, and thank you all for joining us right here on the A10 Varsity YouTube platform or on the A10 Varsity website. My name is Austin Eckert, and we've got an exciting basketball matchup tonight between Shawnee Mission Northwest and Springdale by way of Arkansas. Both teams are getting ready to take the court here as both teams conclude the pregame introductions. We'll go ahead and break down both of the lineups here tonight. Starting for Springdale, led by head coach Jeremy Price. It'll be Jarvis Palmer at the 1 spot, Stephen Totson at the 2 spot, Cy Bates at the 3 spot, and Isaiah Seeley at the 4 spot, Terrence West in the 5th spot. Springdale coming out in their all maroon uniforms tonight, and the Cougars coming out in their all whites. And we're underway here at Shawnee Mission Northwest. Keaton Wagner at the top of the key. He'll take a 3, and it goes in. Right away, Keaton Wagner gets the first score of the night, and it's 3-0 Cougars. With possession now, it's Isaiah Seeley. He's guarded well by Wagner. He puts up a floater and knocks it down. Back and forth already here at Shawnee Mission Northwest. Now it's Riley, and they'll kick it out to Taylor for 3, and it's no good. Cougars get the rebound. The putback is no good, and it goes out of bounds right below the basket. And possession will stay with the Cougars. It'll be Wagner to inbound it. Taylor out to Wagner at the top of the key. And here's a 3 ball, and it bounces around the rim, and it's no good. That was Van Collins on the 3-point attempt. And now here comes Springdale on the counterattack. Shot's no good, and it bounces around, goes out of bounds, and it will be Cougar basketball. Springdale coming all the way from Springdale, Arkansas here to Shawnee, Kansas rather, here at Shawnee Mission Northwest High School. Both of these teams are one of the top teams in the region. Shawnee Mission Northwest with a lot of history as far as their basketball program is concerned. And they have a top-tier program here in Shawnee, Kansas. Now here comes a layup, and it's blocked by Springdale. And now they have possession. And here comes Isaiah Seeley. He'll swing it out to Stephen Totson, and he gets the putback to go. And Springdale takes the lead. It's 4-3. Bulldogs lead it. Salmon up top to Taylor. And now it's Salmon with possession. And Wagner drives it inside. Now it's Van Collins trying to work his way around 3 defenders. And the slam by Ethan Taylor puts the Cougars back on top. It's 5-4. We'll see what Springdale can do now after the big-time dunk by Ethan Taylor, who stands tall at an astounding 7'0". Springdale almost loses possession. Riley got a piece of it. Here's a 3 ball, and it bounces off the top of the rim, and it's no good, but they do get the rebound. At the top of the key now is Isaiah Seeley. Here's a 3 ball attempt, and it's no good as it bounces off the front of the rim for the 2nd time in a row. Now here come the Cougars. It's Van Collins who kicks it out to Wagner. Out on the left-hand wing, it's Taylor that sets up the screen. And here's a 3 ball from Shawnee Mission Northwest, and it's no good. Goes out of bounds, and possession will stay with Shawnee Mission Northwest. Both of these teams going back and forth here to start things off. Here in the biggest game of the night. And here's a pass that's almost intercepted, but they maintain possession. Here's a 10-foot floater. It bounces around. It's no good, but the putback by Taylor falls. And Shawnee Mission Northwest builds their lead. It's now up to 3 as they lead it 7-4 with under 5 minutes remaining in the first. What can the Bulldogs do here? They'll kick it out to Totson in the right wing. Now he's at the top of the key. He'll pass it inside to Cy Bates. Bates kicks it back out to Totson. Totson, He gets a screen. He drives it inside. Layup no good. The putback is blocked. And the Cougars get the rebound. And now here they come. With Van Collins swinging it out to Wagler at the top of the key. It's now Riley. And here's a three ball by Taylor. And boy, is he having himself a night already. A big time dunk and a three ball that builds their lead up to 6 now. 10-4, Shawnee Mission Northwest leads it. And I'm sitting right in front of the Shawnee Mission Northwest student section, and they're letting the other team know whose house this is. The jumper's no good. And now here comes Shawnee Mission Northwest. And a great move by Van Collins. And he is going to get fouled. It's going to be on Cy Bates. That's his first foul of the evening. It won't be a shooting foul. So the Cougars will inbound it after the foul. 3:40 left to go in the first. It's Taylor at the charity stripe. Now they'll kick it out to Van Collins for three, and it's no good. And now Springdale has an opportunity to cut the lead now. And here comes Cy Bates. He spins and turns, but the ball is taken away from him. It was a nice play by Tyler Sailman. Here's a three ball. Bounces off the back of the rim. It's no good. Jarvis Palmer kicks it up top to Isaiah Seeley. Seeley, and the block by Taylor. That'll get the crowd going here at Shawnee Mission Northwest. Have yourself a night already. A three ball, a big time dunk, and now a big block. Already here in the first quarter, Ethan Taylor making some big plays already. Now the Bulldogs inbound it. At the top of the key now is Brylan Sims, who checks into the game. He's setting up a play. He'll swing it out to Seeley. Seeley inside to Cy Bates. He puts up a jumper from the right-hand corner of the free throw line, and it's no good. And now here come the Cougars, looking to build onto their big 6-point lead. Here's another three ball. It's no good. It bounces off the back of the backboard. And now here comes Springdale. And another block by Taylor. And now here come the Cougars looking to put up another big basket. And the layup attempt is no good, but he is going to get fouled. It's going to be on Brylan Sims. That's his first foul of the evening, the second foul of the night for Springdale. It looks like Terrence West will check into the game. But Shawnee Mission Northwest having all the momentum in the world here in this first quarter. It'll be Wagler to inbound it. He'll kick it out to Taylor. Here's a three ball. Bounces off the front of the rim, no good. Springdale desperately needs a basket. Here's a three ball from the Bulldogs. It's no good, and it's rebounded by Taylor. That was Aiden Gazaway that attempted the three-pointer for Springdale. He checks into the game as well. Pass is tipped, and it goes out of bounds on the near side, and it will be Cougar basketball. 1:58 left to go here in the first. And we'll have a substitution for Shawnee Mission Northwest. It's Gabe Hoskins that checks into the game for the Cougars. Wagler at the top of the key. He'll kick it out to Van Collins. Inside to Taylor. Back up top now to Van Collins. Inside to Taylor. And the and one falls. And he'll go to the line to hopefully make it a three-point play. Ethan Taylor, have yourself a night already. He's had a dunk, a three-pointer that went through, a block, and now an and one. Ethan Taylor having himself a night. We do have a timeout on the floor, so we'll go ahead and step aside. You are listening to Kansas High School basketball right here on 810varsity.com, and on our YouTube platform. We'll be right back here in about a minute.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger sweet and spicy bacon burger. Please fresh all these patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always little interesting. For Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
At the line for Shawnee Northwest, Ethan Taylor, shoot one.
And welcome back, everyone, to our live coverage of Kansas High School basketball right here on 810varsity.com. My name is Austin Eckert, and it's Shawnee Mission Northwest right now with all the momentum here in the first quarter. And it begins with Ethan Taylor, who goes to the line shooting one, and he makes it a three-point play. Taylor checks out of the game with a well-deserved breather. Checking in now for Taylor is Vince Nixon, the 6'6" senior. And I got to tell you, there's a lot of size on this Cougar basketball team, and really for both sides, which what makes this matchup so intriguing. Great defense by Shawnee Mission Northwest, but Springdale gets a pass off. Under a minute and a half remaining here in the first. Desperately needing a big-time basket. And now they'll swing it out to Brylan Sims. Three ball, no good. Cougars get the rebound, and it's Gabe Hoskins who drives it below the midcourt logo. Van Collins driving it in. Inside pass to Vince Nixon, and it's no good. Fight for the ball. They get it. Here's Hoskins for three, and it rolls around the rim, and it's no good. Almost went in, and it should have gone in. 13-4, Cougars lead it with 45 seconds remaining. Now here comes Springdale, desperately needing a basket, and they get one right there with Isaiah Seeley. 13-6 is now our score as we reach the 32nd mark here in the first. Cougars may get the last shot off here in this quarter. Gabe Hoskins maintains possession, and he tries to swing it out to Wagler, in which the pass almost goes out of bounds. Down to 15 left on the game clock. Wagler just trying to maintain possession. He gets a screen. Wagler looking around. They'll swing it out. Three ball. Bounces off the backboard, and it's no good. But there is going to be a foul. Could this perhaps be a three-point play? We'll see. But it's going to be on Aiden Gazaway. And that's the team's third foul of the evening. And so Dom Nixon is going to go to the line and shoot three with 0.9 seconds remaining in the first. And the first free throw does not fall through. 13-6, Cougars lead it. And the lead wouldn't have been possible without the help of their star player, Ethan Taylor, who is only a sophomore. Second free throw is good. But if I have this correct, as I'm looking at the roster sheet, Ethan Taylor is only a sophomore. And to think that this team has Taylor for the next 2 years is unbelievable. The third free throw will fall, and the shot is no good, and that will conclude the first quarter here at Shawnee Mission Northwest. Cougars lead it 15-6, and we'll head into the second quarter when we come back after this short commercial break. You're listening to Kansas High School basketball right here on 810varsity.com.
I'm not coming out until Casey's has thin crust.
Thin crust? Thin crust. He's finally coming down.
The wait is over. Casey's new light and crispy thin crust is here.
And we welcome you back to our live coverage of Kansas High School basketball right here on 810varsity.com. My name is Austin Eckert. The Cougars lead it right now 15-6 as we open up second quarter play here at Shawnee Mission Northwest High School. Springdale desperately needing another basket. Taylor checks back into the game for the Cougars. Here's a putback jumper by Aiden Gazaway, and it falls. And that cuts the lead for the Cougars now to 7. Shawnee Mission Northwest looking to build onto their big lead, and their star player Taylor checks back into the game. At the top of the key is Keaton Wagler. He hands it off to Gabe Hoskins. Now he hands it off to Avian Riley. Riley back up top to Wagler. Swinging it out now to Tyler Salmon. Here's a three ball, and it's no good. Springdale maintains possession, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Isaiah Seeley. What it looked like he tripped on himself. Obviously, they've got to maybe wipe down that portion of the court, and there's no one there, but that's just something that both of these teams are going to have to deal with. 15-8 is our score here with under 7 minutes remaining in the first half here in the second quarter. And here's a layup, and it falls, and it's Tyler Salmon. He's a 6'7" junior making some plays here in the second quarter. Now here's a three ball from Cy Bates, and it bounces off the right-hand side to the rim, and it's no good. 17-8 is our score. The Cougars lead it by 9. Shawnee Mission Northwest led by head coach David Birch, along with his assistant coaches Peter Ehlers, Zach Riggins, and Anthony Stonerock. Now Hoskins has possession. He'll kick it out to Salmon. And now it's Wagler. Here's a three ball, and it's no good by way of Avon Riley. And now here comes Springdale on the counterattack. It's Sims that maintains possession. He gets a screen. He drives it inside from the right-hand wing, and the layup is no good. And we'll have our first foul of the evening on Shawnee Mission Northwest. And it's going to be on Ethan Taylor, and it's his first foul of the evening. And the first foul, once again, for this Cougar team. And the Bulldogs will go to the line and shoot two. 17-8 is our score with 6:06 remaining in the second. And the first free throw from Braylon Sims falls. And Hoskins will check out of the game, and coming in for him is Van Collins, who started this game for the Cougars at the 2 spot. Sims going to the line, shooting his second free throw attempt. And it's no good. And the Cougars go 1 for 2 from the line. It's now 17-9 with 6 minutes remaining in the second. Wagler with possession. Swinging it out to Salmon. Inside to Taylor. And the left-handed layup falls for Taylor. 10-point lead for the Cougars here in the second. Seeley trying to make a play. He spins and turns, puts up a shot, and it's no good. Springdale, they just haven't gotten a lot of shots to fall here this evening. Here's a three ball. It's no good, but the Cougars get the rebound. They're trying to maintain possession. Here's a jumper. It's no good, and Taylor is guarded by 4 different players, and he is fouled. We'll see who they give the foul to, but it'll be the 4th foul of the evening for the Bulldogs. And if I heard the PA announcer correctly, I'll have to double check that. Here's Taylor with his first free throw attempt, and it goes through the net. And if I heard that correctly, I believe the foul was called on Cy Bates. And if I heard the PA announcer correctly, he already has 3 fouls here tonight. Not a good situation to be in if you're Springdale, with one of your star players already in foul trouble. And it's something that we're going to have to monitor all throughout this matchup. It's now 21-9 with a little over 5 minutes remaining. Here's Isaiah Seeley with possession. He'll hand it off to Sims. Sims drives it inside. He spins, turns, and Taylor with his second block of the evening. And now here come the Cougars. And a foul called on the Bulldogs once again. Tyler Salmon was fouled. And it's going to be on Gazaway. That's his second foul of the evening. It won't be a shooting foul. And the officials are going to have a word with Terrence West, as it looked like he just got into the middle of it with Ethan Taylor. Both officials letting him know to make sure his tempers remain cool. And in games like this, in a tournament setting, they can get quite heated as far as feelings go for both teams. 21-9 is our score, with 4:45 remaining in the second. Taylor at the top of the key. And now it's Riley. Here's a jumper, and it falls. And it's now 23-9. Avon Riley knocks it down from 15 feet out. The Bulldogs right now haven't reached double-digit figures in points. They're going to need to do it right here if they want to try and stay in this game. Here's a layup. It's no good, but the putback is blocked again by Taylor, making his presence known tonight here in the first half. Here's a layup, and it's no good. No foul is called, but there is some extracurricular activity on the baseline. And now here come the Bulldogs. They're going to count the basket for Isaiah Seeley as he looks to make it a three-point play after the foul. And the foul is going to be called on Keaton Wagler. That's his first foul of the evening. But Isaiah Seeley will go to the line to make it hopefully make it a three-point play for the Bulldogs. Seeley at the line. 3:34 remaining in the second. And the free throw rolls around the rim, and it's no good. And now the Cougars have an opportunity to build onto their lead. Hang on for a second, but we do have a stoppage of play on the court as both officials are talking things through, I guess. The scoreboard has been updated to 23-11. They did count the basket after the foul on Seeley. But I'm curious to see what the conversations are with the officials and the people at the scores table. Again, it is unclear why they chose to stop play. But the Cougars, however, right now maintain possession. And we resume play here at Shawnee Mission Northwest. And now here come the Cougars. Here's a three ball from the right wing, and it's no good. Springdale down by 12. 23-11 is our score. And here comes Seeley. Patient, kicks it out. Three ball, no good. And the student section, in which it's sitting right in front of me for Shawnee Mission Northwest, they're going to let him know that he airballed it. Now here comes a layup, left-handed layup from Wagler, no good. And now here come the Bulldogs. Jarvis Palmer, shot's no good. And boy, the Bulldogs just haven't gotten any shots to fall tonight. A little under 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Inside to Taylor, he gets the pass, and the shot is no good. I wonder if the Bulldogs got a piece of it. Now here comes Seeley with the layup, and it falls. And the lead is cut to 10. It's 23-13 in the second. Salmon at the top of the key. They'll swing it out to Riley for three, and it's money. And the lead is now brought back up to 13 by way of Avon Riley. The 6'3" junior knocks down the three ball. 2 minutes remaining in the second. Seeley at the top of the key. He's guarded well by Wagler. He spins, puts up a layup, It's no good, but the foul is going to be called on Wagler, and it's going to be his second foul of the evening.
Cougars foul number 3, Wagler. That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 3.
And once again, Isaiah Seeley will go to the line and shoot 2. 26-13 is our score. He'll have an opportunity to cut the lead either to 12 or 11 for the Cougars. Seeley at the line. His first free throw, nothing but net for him. And substitutions are made for both sides after the first free throw. Ethan Taylor checks out of the game. Along with him is Keaton Wagler. Springdale only making one substitution, subbing out Brylan Sims. Seeley at the line. Can he cut the lead to 11? 26-14 is our score. His second free throw will fall. And now it's 26-15, an 11-point lead for the Cougars. Under 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. And we do have a timeout on the floor, and it's going to be on Shawnee Mission Northwest. And it's going to be a full timeout on the court, so we'll go ahead and step aside for a brief commercial break. But when we come back, we'll have 1 minute and 51 seconds remaining in the second quarter with an 11-point lead for Shawnee Mission Northwest.
I'm not coming down until Casey has think
Finally coming down. The wait is over. Casey's new Rice Krispie Thin Crust is here.
And we welcome you back to our live coverage of Kansas High School basketball right here on 810varsity.com. My name is Austin Eckert, and we're here at Shawnee Mission Northwest High School for the 810 Varsity Showcase. And Shawnee Mission Northwest will inbound it as they currently hold an 11-point lead. Can they build on it here in the final 2 minutes of the first half? Hoskins checks back into the game. He has possession out on the right wing. He drives it inside, kicks it out. 3-ball, no good. And the Bulldogs get possession. They get the rebound. Now here they come. It's Seeley at the top of the key. He almost loses possession. Swing it out to Totson. And now they'll kick it out to Tyler Bell, who checks into the game for Springdale. And now it's Jarvis Palmer with possession. He drives it in. Here's a layup. It does not fall. And here come the Cougars. 1:10 remaining in the second. Can they build on their 11-point lead? Now here comes Nixon driving it inside, and the tough layup will fall. And we have reached the 60-second mark here in the second quarter. 28-15, the Cougars lead it. Springdale looking to go into the half on a positive note with a basket. Here's a 3-ball. It rolls around the rim, and it's no good by way of Jarvis Palmer. And we'll see how long the Cougars maintain possession. It's Riley with possession. Up top now to Hoskins. 25 seconds remaining in the second. Sailman at the top of the key. And now it's Riley. The Cougars just trying to draw out every second left here on the clock. Down to 10 seconds now. Cougars wanting to get a shot off. Here it comes. 5 seconds to go. Down to 3, down to 2. Here's a jumper. It rolls around the rim, and it's no good. And the Bulldogs don't get a shot off, and that will send us into the half. Shawnee Mission Northwest goes into the half, up by 13 here in the final game of the 810 Varsity Showcase here at Shawnee Mission Northwest High School. My name is Austin Eckert, and once again, thank you all so much for joining us here on 810varsity.com or on YouTube. We'll step aside here for about 10 minutes, and we'll come back for second half action right here on a10varsity.com. 13-point lead for Shawnee Mission Northwest. And we'll be back here once again in about 10 minutes for second half action. And we welcome you back to our live coverage of Kansas High School basketball right here on 810varsity.com. My name is Austin Eckert, and we're getting ready for second half action here at Shawnee Mission Northwest High School. Cougars right now lead it by 13. It was an offensive showcase for the Cougars in the first half, and they'll look to replicate their first half performance here in the second. It's Wagler with possession, and now they'll kick it out at the top of the key to Riley. Riley looking around, out to Taylor, and the pass is intercepted, and it's taken away by the Bulldogs. Here comes Seeley on the counterattack. Here's a jumper, and it doesn't fall, but the ball will stay with the Bulldogs. It looked like the Cougars got a piece of it on the attempt from Seeley. To inbound it will be Jarvis Palmer, who started the game at the one spot for the Bulldogs. And he'll inbound it to Tyler Bell. Kicking it out now to Seeley. Seeley looking for a screen. Palmer to Bell. Back to Palmer at the top of the key. Passing inside to Bell at the free throw line. Back up top, and now they'll kick it out on the right wing. Here's a jumper from 18 feet, and it's no good. The ball will roll out of bounds on the far side, and it will stay with the Bulldogs. And right now, Springdale, they've got their work cut out for them. Nothing much going for them offensively, and they'll look to flip the script here in the second. Now here comes Seeley with a jumper from the free throw line, and it's no good. However, Springdale maintains possession, and now here comes Palmer driving it inside, and it's going to be an offensive foul.
Offensive foul on Springdale number 12. Jarvis Palmer, that's his first personal foul. Team foul.
It'll be Palmer's first personal foul of the evening, and the Cougars will get the ball for the first time in the second half. 28-15 is our score. Can they replicate their first half performance? And now here's Wagler, kicking it up top now to Van Collins. Van Collins jumper, rolls around the rim, and it's no good. And now here comes Springdale looking for the first basket of the second half. And here's a three-ball money from Jarvis Palmer. It's now 28-18, a 10-point lead now for the Cougars. And that's the first basket of the second half. 28-18 is our score. Here's Taylor, taking it back out to Avian Riley. And now they drive it inside. No foul called. Possession will now go with Springdale. Here's Bell. Palmer inside to Bates. Bates guarded well by Taylor. He tries to put up a layup, and it's no good. He puts up a putback jumper, and it falls. And Springdale is on a 5-0 run here to start off the second half, and that will send Shawnee Mission Northwest into their first timeout of the second half. When we come back, though, we'll have more second half action right here on 810varsity.com. 28-20, the Cougars lead it as Springdale builds up on a 5-0 run here to open things up here in the second half.
We're always chopping prices. Just like we're always making sure you get the best cut every time. For freshness, selection, and low prices, Kansas City knows. Price Chopper.
And we welcome you back to our live coverage of Kansas High School basketball right here on 810varsity.com. My name is Austin Eckert, and we're here live at Shawnee Mission Northwest for the 810 Varsity Showcase. And we have the grand finale tonight as Shawnee Mission Northwest is taking on Springdale by way of Arkansas. And possession will go out of bounds, but it will stay with the Cougars. Once again, looking for their first basket of the second half. The Bulldogs are on a 5-0 run here to open things up in the second half. It's Riley, back up top for three! Boom! For Keaton Wagler! How about that? They don't call the foul, but he gets the tough basket to fall. And it's the first basket of the second half for the Cougars. It's now 31-20. A little over 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Now here comes Seeley, and there's going to be a foul, but it won't be a shooting foul on the Cougars. We'll see who it's on. It's going to be on Avian Riley. That's his first foul of the evening. But the Bulldogs will maintain possession. 31-20 is our score here in the third quarter with a little over 5 minutes remaining. Wagler for three, no good. It bounces around, and Taylor gets the rebound. 2-on-1 now for the Cougars. Here's a tough layup, and it doesn't fall, but there is going to be a foul called on Springdale. And Sailman will go to the line and shoot two.
Bulldogs foul number 3, Tyler Bell, his first, team's second.
And the foul is going to be called on Tyler Bell. That's his first foul of the evening. Sailman will go to the line and shoot two. His first free throw does not fall. Can he bring the lead up to 12 for the Cougars with his second free throw attempt? And it's nothing but net for Sailman. 32-20 is our score. Now here come the Bulldogs. Wagler. Three ball from Bates. And it touches the front of the rim, but it's no good. I originally thought it was an air ball, but it does touch the front end of the rim. But we do have a foul called.
Bulldog foul number 1, Hayden Gazaway. That's his third personal foul.
And it's going to be on Aiden Gazaway. That's his third foul of the evening. And as far as Springdale is concerned, they're going to have to watch the foul trouble for each player, really, as Gazaway gets his third foul of the evening. Here's a tough jumper from Wagler, and it falls. Having himself a remarkable third quarter here. 34-20 is our score. Seeley doesn't fall. Here's the putback from Bates, and it's no good. And now Wagler driving it past midcourt right underneath the logo. Wagler kicking it out for three, and it's no good. Bounces around. Taylor gets the putback, and it falls. Ethan Taylor having himself a night. Having an impressive first quarter going into the second, and gets the putback to fall. It's a 16-point lead for the Cougars. Now here's a tough jumper from Brylan Sims, and it goes through the net.
Timeout, Springdale.
And Springdale is going to call their first timeout of the second half.
$1 dogs, $1 popcorn.
And the Cougars currently hold a 14-point lead with 3:50 remaining in the third quarter. We'll step aside for a brief commercial break, but we'll be back for more here in the third quarter between Springdale and Shawnee Mission Northwest.
I'm not coming down because Casey has
Thin crust? Thin crust. He's finally coming down.
The wait is over. Casey's new light and crispy thin crust is here.
And we welcome you back to our live coverage of Kansas High School basketball on A10Varsity.com. My name is Austin Eckert, and once again, thank you all so much for spending your Saturday evening with us right here, whether you're joining us through the website at A10Varsity.com or on our YouTube platform. We appreciate those of you tuning in for tonight's grand finale here in the A10 Varsity Showcase at Shawnee Mission Northwest. Here's a pass that almost gets intercepted, but the Cougars are going to have to try to drive it past midcourt, and they will. Wagler guarded well by Sims. Riley tries to pass it inside to Taylor, but it's taken away. But there is going to be a foul on the Cougars, it looks like. We'll see who they give the foul to. It's going to be on Avon Riley. And that's his second foul of the evening. And now Springdale will inbound it to Isaiah Seeley, who has possession. And here's a three ball from Bates, and it's no good. And the Bulldog defense trying to apply more pressure on the Cougars as we reach the latter half of this game. Here's a three ball from Keaton Wagler, you bet! Two big-time three-pointers for Wagler here in the third quarter. 39-22 our score. Here's Sims with a jumper from the free throw line, and it falls. And Springdale responds with a big basket of their own. 39-24. Here's another three ball. You bet! Avon Riley this time from the left-hand wing, and it's now 42-24. 18-point lead for the Cougars. Sims is at the top of the key, trying to draw up a play. It's Palmer inside. Ball is taken away by Taylor. And the Cougars will go slow as they approach the midcourt logo with Wagler in possession. Wagler looking for a screen. He'll kick it out to Van Collins. Van Collins to Hoskins. Hoskins back to Van Collins. They'll kick it out to Avon Riley. Back out to Van Collins. And we do have an offensive foul. We'll see who they give the foul to.
Substitution for Springdale, number 23, Stephen Tunstall.
Again, not sure who the foul is called on. The PA announcer did not give anyone an indication of who committed the foul. But the Bulldogs will get possession with under 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. It's Totson this time with possession. Inside to Seeley. And he's going to get fouled by Taylor. It's his second foul of the evening. And Seeley will go to the line and shoot two.
Shawnee Mission Northwest. Foul number 52, Ethan Taylor, his second, team's third. On the line for the Bulldogs, Isaiah Seeley.
And both teams share 3 fouls here in the second half. And now Seeley will go to the line and shoot two. First free throw will go through the net.
Dom Nixon and Vince Nixon.
42-25 is our score here in the third quarter with 1:39 remaining. Seeley at the line looking to go 2 for 2. And it goes through. Isaiah Seeley knocks down both of his free throws. And we now have a 42-26 score. The Cougars lead it. Here's Hoskins. Out to Wagler. Wagler looking for a screen, and he gets it. Gets it out to Totson. Back out to Wagler for three. You bet! Wagler with his third three-pointer here in the third quarter. A 19-point lead for the Cougars. As we approach the minute mark here in the third quarter, Springdale looking to make a couple of big plays offensively. The layup does not go. Ball will go out of bounds. It'll be off of Hoskins. So it will stay with Springdale. But the Cougars having themselves a night offensively. Wagler with a few three-pointers to bring their lead to 19. And now here's a hard foul underneath the basket. It's going to be on Vince Nixon, it looks like. Hopefully he's okay. He went flying up in the air and fell down on his back. But it won't be a shooting foul. I originally thought it was going to be a shooting foul with the way that play came about. But the Bulldogs will have possession. Under a minute remaining in the third quarter. Now here's a three ball from Seeley, and it's no good. And it doesn't even touch any part of the basket. And the crowd letting him know that he airballed that shot. 38 seconds remaining in the third. Wagler trying to get a pass off, and he'll kick it out to Nixon. Nixon kicks it back out to Wagler. Bulldogs applying a lot of pressure defensively. Here's Hoskins. Down to 20 seconds. It looks like the Cougars are going to get the final shot off here in the third. It's Van Collins. Now Wagler. 10 seconds remain. Here's Wagler. with a crossover. Tries to drive it inside. They'll kick it out, but there's going to be a foul called. So it looks like it's going to be on Shawnee Mission Northwest. It might be an offensive foul. And that's Keaton Wagler's 4th personal foul of the evening. And if I'm not mistaken, he's committed 2 offensive fouls tonight. And both of these teams, once again, they're going to have to pay attention to the amount of fouls each player commits, because foul trouble can cost some teams games late. But with the way this scoreline is looking, it may not be too big of a problem, but Springdale has their work cut out for them going into the 4th. 4.1 seconds remain here in the 3rd quarter. They'll inbound it. Here's the shot, and it's no good by way of Steven Thompson. And that will send us into a brief break. Going into the 4th quarter, the Cougars lead it 45-26. It's a 19-point lead, and they'll look to build more onto their 19-point lead when we come back right here on a10varsity.com.
At Price Chopper, we're always chopping prices. Just like we're always making sure you get the best cut every time. For freshness, selection, and low prices, Kansas City knows. Price Chopper. At Price Chopper, we're always chopping prices. Just like we're always making sure you get the best cut every time. For freshness, selection, and low prices, Kansas City knows. Price Chopper.
I'm not coming out until Casey's has thin crust.
Thin crust? Thin crust. He's finally coming down.
The wait is over. Casey's new light and crispy thin crust is here.
45-28. Shawnee Mission Northwest leads it here in the fourth. Here's a three ball. Bounces off the backboard. No good. Off the corner of the rim. And now here comes Springdale on the counterattack. Here's a layup from Palmer, and it falls. Jarvis Palmer trying to create something for the Bulldogs offensively with the basket. It's a 15-point lead now for the Cougars. There's a pass to Salmon. It's going to be out of bounds on the Cougars, and it will be Bulldog basketball. And the Bulldogs right now, they have 6 minutes and 15 seconds to work with, down by 15. Of course, there is still time to make a comeback. But we'll see what the Bulldogs can draw up offensively. It's Palmer at the top of the key, and he'll kick it out to Sims. Now it's Isaiah Seeley. Here's a three ball from Palmer, and it's money. Jarvis Palmer having himself a fantastic second half for Springdale. 45-33 is now our score. And here's a foul on Springdale, and it's going to be called on Isaiah Seeley. And the Cougars almost lost possession at midcourt. But Springdale then commits the foul. It won't be a shooting foul, so they'll go ahead and inbound it. Wagler at the top of the key. He's guarded well. They'll kick it out to Van Collins. Drives it inside, puts up the layup, and it goes through. 47-33 is our score here in the fourth quarter. A little over 5 minutes remaining. The student section letting know their team to D it up. 47-33 is our score. 14-point lead for the Cougars. Sims, Wagler, deep ball, three-pointer, you bet. Jarvis Palmer trying to make it a ball game for Springdale, and he did with that three-pointer. And they cut the lead to single digits now, down to 9 points. 47-36. There is still time for a comeback for Springdale. And it wouldn't have been possible without a few big buckets from Jarvis Palmer. But the Cougars will maintain possession after the pass off of the inbound goes out of bounds. Now they'll inbound it to Avon Riley. Salmon. Wagler trying to drive it past midcourt. They're going to have to do it quick, and they do with a pass out to Riley. Back up top to Wagler. Salmon. Van Collins drives it inside. Kicks it back out to Salmon. Three ball from the left wing. You bet! Tyler Salmon with a big-time three-pointer to bring the score to 50-36, and it'll send Springdale into a timeout. A 16-point lead for the Cougars with 4 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. We'll go ahead and step aside, but when we come back, we'll have more fourth quarter action here from Shawnee Mission Northwest High. And we welcome you back to our live coverage of Kansas High School basketball right here on 810varsity.com. My name is Austin Eckert. And Tyler Salmon for Shawnee Mission Northwest knocked down the big-time three-pointer to bring the Cougar lead to 16 to force Springdale into a timeout. And now we resume play. 4.5 minutes remaining in the fourth. Up top is Jarvis Palmer. Here's a floater, and it's no good. And here come the Cougars on the counterattack. Driving it right below the logo is Riley. Riley guarded well by Jarvis Palmer. And there's going to be a backcourt violation rather on Shawnee Mission Northwest. It looked like they wanted either a backcourt or a traveling call on Keaton Wagler. It doesn't matter. It will be Bulldog basketball. 4:05 remaining. 16-point lead for the Cougars. They're going to need a couple of big baskets if they want to get back into this ball game. They're going to have to do it quick. They're going to give it back to Palmer. Seeley drives it inside, and the layup is blocked again by Taylor. That's his fourth block of the evening. Have yourself a night, Ethan Taylor. Riley driving it inside, kicking it back out to Sailman for three. Money ball for Tyler Sailman. That's his second big-time three-pointer that he's made here in the fourth quarter. Now here comes Seeley. Puts up the layup, or the floater rather, and it falls. 53-38 is our score, 3:25 remaining. Ball goes out of bounds off of the inbound. And it will stay with Shawnee Mission Northwest. And Brylan Sims is going to be called for the foul. Tyler Salmon will inbound it for Shawnee Mission Northwest. They tried to inbound it to Taylor, but it's intercepted, taken away by Cy Bates, and the layup is no good. Now here comes Springdale. Van Collins puts up a floater, and it falls. Shawnee Mission Northwest having all of their shots fall through here in the fourth is exactly what they needed, especially with how good the Bulldogs were doing in terms of cutting the lead to single digits. But it's a 55-38 lead. A 16-point lead. Now here comes Riley with the layup. No good, no foul called. Here comes Springdale. A little over 2.5 minutes remaining. Here's a tough layup, and it doesn't fall through. It'll be out of bounds on the Cougars, as it looked like Taylor just caught the deflection out of bounds, which will mean Bulldog basketball. 2:33 remaining in the fourth. A 16-point lead for the Cougars. Now the Bulldogs will inbound it. They'll inbound it to Seeley. Seeley guarded well by two players. And now here comes Riley and puts up the layup. 18-point lead now, or rather a 19-point lead for the Cougars. With 2:15 remaining in the fourth, Seeley has possession at the top of the key now. With a crossover, drives it inside. Spins, turns, passes it out. Three ball for the Bulldogs, and it goes through for Tyler Bell.
Officials timeout on the floor.
And we have an official timeout on the floor.
Subbing in is Braden Connor.
Not sure what they called the timeout for, but we will resume play. 2:02 remaining, 57-41 is our score. The Cougars are up big. And there's going to be a foul called.
Bulldogs foul number 4, Braden Connor.
It's going to be on Braden Connor. His first foul of the evening. And that will send Avon Riley to the line, shooting two. 2 minutes and 2 seconds remain in the fourth. And I don't know if that's going to be enough time for Springdale to come back and make it a ball game. As Riley knocks down his first free throw, looking to knock down his second, and he does not. But another foul called. I don't know if they're going to call the foul. It will be on Ethan Taylor. It'll be his third personal foul of the evening. He tried to get the inbound, or rather the rebound, off of the second missed free throw. But it is going to get called for the offensive foul. 58-41 our score. Under 2 minutes remaining. Springdale has to get a big shot off quick. 1:45 remaining. Springdale trying to draw up something here. Seeley loses possession, and here come the Cougars on the counterattack. It's Riley. Layup doesn't fall as it bounces off of the front of the rim. 1:30 remaining. Here's a three ball, and it rolls around the rim, no good. But the putback is also not good either. And those were some shots that Springdale are going to have to look back on and say, man, I would have really loved to have those shots back. We'll see how long the Cougars maintain possession for with 1:10 remaining as they're up by 17. And it looks like Shawnee Mission Northwest has put this ball game away as we reach the minute mark now here in this one. And there is going to be a foul on Springdale. We'll see who they give the foul to. It's going to be on Braden Connor. That's his second foul of the evening. And it'll send Ethan Taylor, the star player for Shawnee Mission Northwest, to the line, shooting two. 55.9 seconds remain here in this one as Taylor misses his first free throw as it bounces off the back of the rim. Shawnee Mission Northwest is going to get a big win here tonight here in the grand finale of the A10 Varsity Showcase. As the second free throw from Taylor does not fall through as it bounces around the rim. And now here comes Seeley. Seeley drives it inside. Puts up the floater as he spins and turns, and it doesn't fall. Under 45 seconds remain, and it looks like the Cougars are going to do all they can to draw out each second left on the clock. 58-41 is our score. Van Collins trying to draw the foul, and he will. It's going to be a jump ball, actually, and it won't be a shooting foul. But the Cougars will maintain possession with 25 seconds remaining here in the fourth. And a dunk by Wagler. Bounces off the back of the rim, and it's no good. Van Collins with a jumper, and it doesn't fall through. Here comes Taylor trying to put up a last-second jumper, and he's going to get fouled. And Keaton Wagler missing the big-time dagger dunk. And it leads to a shooting foul for Springdale. And now the Cougars will go to the line and shoot two. The last time Taylor approached the free throw line, he missed both of his free throws. Can he knock down these two? He'll miss his first free throw attempt. And with 10.6 seconds remaining here in this one, folks, the Cougars are going to walk away with this one with a win tonight. Taylor at the line, shooting his second free throw. And it goes through. And you can hear the student section in front of us chanting, "I believe that we just won," and they sure did tonight. 8 seconds to go. Down to 6, and there is going to be a foul called on the Cougars. That'll stop the clock with 5.4 seconds remaining. So Isaiah Seeley will go to the line and shoot two free throws. 5.4 seconds remaining in the fourth. And Seeley knocks down his first free throw. 59-42 our score. And now Seeley will go to the line and attempt his second free throw. Knock down the first one. And he's 2 for 2 from the line. 59-43 is our score. And they'll draw out the last 5 seconds of the clock. And that's going to do it. Shawnee Mission Northwest gets the win over Springdale. 59-43 our final score here in the grand finale of the A10 Varsity Showcase. For A10 Varsity, my name is Austin Eckert. I just want to say thank you all so much for tuning in, and we appreciate you spending your Saturday evening with us. Shawnee Mission Northwest gets the win over Springdale, 59-43. We'll see you all for the next broadcast right here on A10Varsity.com and on A10 Varsity on YouTube. Thank you all so much, and hope you all have a wonderful Saturday evening. as once again the Cougars get the win over the Bulldogs, 59-43.